Hey guys, how's it going? I want to wish you a very happy New Year's Eve. That's when I'm taping this, and I'm really hoping and praying to God that I get to post this tonight because I want to start the new year off right. And I feel like if I don't post this, I'm gonna start the year off on the wrong foot. I'm posting this video to kind of share with you what my goals are for 2020. It's a brand new decade. It's a huge deal. And I have made an agreement with myself, lots of agreements. I wrote it down. It's such a mess of a list. And then just a couple nights ago, I was telling my husband, I was like, gosh, there's so much about my life that I just want to fix and I want to work on. And I figured, why not share those things with you? Because I'm not alone. I know I can't be alone with some of these things. And I figured, why not share them so you can help keep me accountable? And maybe we can share some tips and tricks throughout the year on how not to fall off the wagon. Is it fall off the wagon? So here's my list. In no particular order, but I am definitely starting with the most important one to me, and that is to be on time, to stop being late and stop procrastinating. I know that's kind of like two things meshed into one, but it's basically the same thing, right? Just like waiting to the last minute, always running late. It just drives me crazy. So that's the first thing I want to improve on and work on this year. The second thing, I want to follow my macros more closely. If you don't know what macros is, it's basically It's basically calorie counting, but you're not really counting your calories. You're counting your macronutrients, your fat, your carbs, and your protein intake. And everybody's different because it depends on your activity level, depends on what your goals are. Some people want to build muscle, other people want to, lose weight, lose fat, have more energy. So I have what my macros are, but I gotta say I want to say at least a month now since Thanksgiving, I've just been really bad with it. So I got to get back on track and start following my macros to the T and really see what the benefits are and share those with you. I think I'm definitely going to do videos on all of this. If you're interested, hopefully you are, because that's what my channel is going to be about. I'm just going to start tracking my progress throughout the year with trying these different things. Okay, so follow my macros. Next, I want to pray every morning. I am a very spiritual person. We do go to church. We're non-denominational Christian, if you're wondering. And God is a big part of my life, but I haven't made him a priority. So I definitely want to start praying in the mornings when I'm not tired and kind of just forget things. Just pray first thing in the morning, be thankful for things and just, I think I can start my day off better if I do that. I already lay in bed for 10, 15 minutes checking my phone in the morning, so I could replace that time with a prayer. Okay, pamper myself more. I have never had a massage. I think I've only had one facial in my life. I hardly ever get my nails done or pedicure. The only thing I do to pamper myself, really, I guess I do two things if you count getting your hair cut. So I do get my hair cut quite often because it's so short, you got to maintain it. Oh, let's leave this off. So I get my hair cut often, and then I get waxed. Speaking of hair, I'm going to grow this out. I know I've been growing it out now for a year. It started off as a mohawk. Ooh, am I sweating? Ew, that's sweat. That's gross. I shouldn't be raising my arms anymore. So I've been growing my hair out now, I don't know, a year, but it hasn't grown out at all because I keep cutting it. So I'm finally going to start growing it out and letting it hopefully come down my face a little bit more. The sides, I think I'm going to just keep trimming that until this gets long enough to cover it, because I did try growing it out earlier and this was too short, and then the sides were coming out and it just looked like a poofy, horrible mess. So I'm gonna do that. Another thing to pamper, I'm gonna try and get my eyebrows shaped. They're not filled in with anything right now, but gosh, every time I go out, if I care about what I look like, I fill them in, and it takes me, 8-10 minutes. It's a pain in the butt, and I'm so sick of it. So I'm gonna try growing these out and get them shaped and start getting them threaded, I guess, is probably the best thing I could do. Put this back on because I look a mess. Hang on a second, because I still gotta look cute. There. Okay, here's one where it's kind of dependent on my little one, but I want to get her potty trained. She's 2.5. She needs to start going to the bathroom. So she already kind of has started, but she never really goes. She knows the whole process. She'll sit down on the potty and, she'll likes flushing the toilet. Well, kid doesn't, but she doesn't really go. So I want to get her in the habit of doing that. And that a lot is me, right? Like putting in the time and effort and really kind of pushing it so that she starts going when she has to go. So that's a goal. I have a mess of a room upstairs, which I'm so embarrassed to share. I might do a video on it. I don't know, but I have a ton of clothes from my past that I need to sort through, and I want to go to a consignment shop first, see if I can get any money back for those clothes, and if not, I'm going to donate. I always just throw my clothes in a box and send it to Goodwill. But if I can get some money back, why not? So I'm gonna do it that way first. Plus, a lot of the clothing that I have is nice clothes. It's the work clothes that I used to wear all the time. I was a news reporter. I have a lot of like dressy shirts and dresses and skirts and things that I just don't wear anymore. I'm a coach now. I'm a trainer, so I just don't wear that stuff on, in my regular life. I never did. I would only wear it for work. So I have that, and I have a lot of maternity clothes too that I have to sift through and hopefully either sell or donate. So I have that. I also have a box full of old photographs that I want to sift through and start framing them. I have so many family photographs that I want to frame and like hang. So I'm going to do that. I want to get my A1C down to a 6.0. I'm a type 1 diabetic. I have talked about that a little bit on my channel before, so that's a big goal. I have been down that low before, but that was when I was pregnant. And, they are so on top of you when you're pregnant with diabetes, that you really focus tight on your numbers. So I want to get down to that point. I think right now I'm at a 7.0 is my A1C. I do have an insulin pump, and, so I could talk about that in another video. But yeah, so there's things that I can do that I should be doing to get it back down to a 6.0, which would be a good A1C for diabetic. Excuse me. The rest of this is just things that I want to accomplish at the gym. I'm a CrossFit coach. I love calisthenics, which is all body movement stuff. But one of my goals this year is to snatch 95 pounds. I am super weak when it comes to lifting things overhead. And so a snatch is an overhead squat, and I want to be able to do that. It's an Olympic lift, and I want to be able to do 95 pounds. I want to get my handstand walk. I can kind of do a free holding handstand now, but I'm just so nervous and afraid of falling over. I got to get over it. So that's a big goal, is to do my handstand walk. And I want to get butterfly pull-ups, which is kind of just a faster way of doing a bunch of pull-ups on the pull-up bar. Yeah. So let me see, how many things are there? Oh, and the last thing, which is, okay, great. I'm so glad that I left that for the end here. As a conclusion to this video, I would love to be more consistent here on YouTube and finally find my way on what this channel is about. I've done these videos. I think this is like the third video of like, what am I doing? What are these videos going to be about? What's the goal of this channel? I know I finally found something that I can do many, many videos about. And that's basically just following this year how I do with this journey on trying to implement this list in my life and make something happen. Change habits, change bad habits, implement better habits, and just hopefully become a better person. Let me know in the comments below if you're planning on making any huge changes this year, if you only have one thing that you want to change about yourself, or if you have a laundry list like I do. You know, I'd love to hear what you have to say, like what your thoughts are on this type of thing. I don't know. I was feeling enlightened a couple days ago and I just figured I'd share it. So I hope you liked this video. Thank you so much for watching, and thanks for sticking around if you've watched the whole thing. I really, really do appreciate your time. Please consider subscribing so you can watch me on how I do the rest of this year, and we can just keep the conversation going on how to stick to things that are difficult for us to do. You know, life isn't meant to be easy, but I think friends can make it easier, and having a community of people that know what you're going through really helps. So, okay. Thanks so much for watching, guys. I hope you have an amazing New Year's Eve, and happy, happy New Year. Happy 2020. I really, really hope it is the best for you. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye.